Substitute me for him. Substitute my Coke for gin. And a mail, hot diggity dog, it's and a mail. This probably should have been the opening shot. Stocked up on a few things, just so we don't get screwed. First off, extra extruder upgrades. Most of my printers have the extruder upgrade, titanium in case you didn't know, but there were a couple that didn't, and plus, it's just nice to have extras. Okay, when I opened this, I was thinking this was a gift from a fan or something. I was thinking this was gonna be like super cool. Came in this little box, but it's just some nozzles and the things. Like, I thought this was gonna be some kind of really fancy paint markers or something like that. Never bought that brand before. People are really going above and beyond with the packaging. You guys probably already recognize what this is, but this is a spare CR10 bed, like the heated bed. Because I may either need one of these right now, or I may need one in the future. They do go bad, and you don't want that happening in the middle of Christmas. And of course, these are extra hot ends, and we've got even more coming tomorrow. I gotta say, I'm a little sad about this. Like, I don't know what comes in a case like this, but I was expecting it to be like magnificent. Let's not begin the day with a real disappointment. It's time for that roundup. My Marcus Aurelius, when I plated it, for some reason, I put him backwards. I guess he's in the corner right now. This is a bear bowl. Einstein. Now this is the newest one, and yes, I guess this totally successfully printed part of a guitar snake. So very good job, new guy. This guy messed up, and I'm realizing this is why I wasn't using that printer. This X-axis thing is like either messed up or it just got off track. It feels loose, so that's an easy fix. But yeah, you can't even move this right now. It's like tangled up in here. Like I said, pretty easy fix. We can get this guy back in the game. Skull can. The skull can may really be the star of the Christmas season. Well, we've yet to see, but people kind of are ordering them a lot. Now, this is pretty exciting. This, of course, is the modified T-Rex file with the, I gotta come up with a name for these. Support lines, maybe? Something like that. Struts. As you can see, they printed just fine. And there's really not even a hint that these things were gonna come loose, even though they weren't on there very good, I guess. But yeah, this guy's doing fine. I already took this off, but there was a shark there. You've seen sharks before. And this guy was actually having a couple issues, but we figured it out, and he is good to go, making the classic Einstein. Big old Sharko. And the only real disappointment this morning, yeah, this layer shifted. The really good news is this coffee cup. I give myself tons of lead time for these because they take kind of a long time. So it's not gonna be bad from the customer's perspective. But, yep, I hate when anything big messes up. Something that's worth noting though is when I was using the Tronxy printers that I'm always complaining about, stuff like this happened all the time. In fact, I just kind of expected big prints to fail. Now when big prints fail, it's like, oh, that's actually kind of surprising. D20, somebody actually ordered a D20 yesterday, so it's already beginning, baby. And of course, Shark, about 2/3 of the way through, let's say. Shark, kind of just beginning. Alien, we've got quite a few aliens so far. I think one of them is actually going to a customer right now. And the Mimic can, I believe this is just completely extra. I forget what happened with this. Oh yeah, the Smilodon got done. I took it off. And now it's time to reset it. So we're gonna reset all the little guys. I think we're gonna go for one of the last coffee runs of the year afterwards. And we gotta drop a couple things off at Klein's. But feeling pretty good. Production is in a great place right now. It really is. We've got more printers to rehab, but like I'm feeling like we can take this thing on. I'm feeling like David with a bag of stones kind of walking up to Goliath right now. Oh yeah, final addendum. The spool got out in the middle of this one. I was thinking it had enough, but we made a ton of these pugs. I mean, look at this crap. That is actually some random other thing. Yep. We're pugging it up. You want to hear a joke? Knock, knock. Who's there? Go pug yourself. Too cold for sunglasses today. You gotta earn it. There's actually a podiatrist or something right next to Klein's, and I always notice that they have this. Pretty sure that's like one of those bottle cap things. It is finished. Just realized I gotta pay my water bill. Better pay it in the next couple days or there just ain't gonna be time. You ever think about the fact that you can see things right side up or upside down, but that's not true with hearing things? Why is that? Something I used to wonder is why people felt a real aversion to watching the same movie twice in a row or once, you know, after having just seen it yesterday or something. Why people don't want to watch the same movie over and over again, but they're willing to do that with songs. Like, why will somebody just listen to a song many days in a row, but not do that with movies? And maybe it does have to do with dimensions. Like, vision is a 3-dimensional thing, whereas sound is a 1-dimensional thing. I don't know. I guess the visual, in a sense, is a 4-dimensional thing, the 4th dimension being time. And maybe music is only 4th dimensional. There's only sort of before and after, at least the way we perceive it. I don't know, that's such a strange thing. Maybe the reason music is so intriguing is it's 4th dimensional only, but it seems like something that isn't. Like, it seems like it's representing something 3-dimensional, but it's really difficult for us to articulate, or even if we can imagine what, you know, if it does make us imagine something, it's hard for us to know whether we're imagining the right thing. Sometimes I think that's also why music that's either only lyrics or lyrics are the only thing that's special about it, I think that can be kind of lame. Because, like, I think there's something about art that it's only art when you don't quite understand what it's trying to say, or it's pointing at something that is ineffable. And it's like, if you completely understand something, how's that different than just writing on a post-it note and handing it to somebody? Like, it seems like it should be pointing to something that's slightly beyond what we can articulate. Of course, I guess really good lyrics sort of do that sometimes, so it's not a definite thing, but I don't know, just some thoughts. Now that we are good and coffeeed up, time to make Philly, and we're going to make the big printers print, and then we are packaging all that stuff we painted yesterday. Got a customer message from somebody, and they ordered one of my items, but they said, and the other one showed up, the Michael Jackson, and it's magnificent. They're actually in France, so they said, Le Magnifique. And of course I don't sell a Michael Jackson. So I'm really glad they're happy with the thing they received, not from me, that they think is from me. There's my guy. Got the big printers doing their thing. Just feeling really good right now. Maybe it's just because I'm selling a lot of stuff. It's hard for your dopamine not to be kind of connected to the amount of sales rolling in. But I don't know. I'm getting that feeling like I bet athletes get before the big game. It's like, oh, we're about to do this. This is what we've been training for. We're doing it. Plus, they're getting a little of their favorite drink beforehand too. Oh yeah, blue gold. I'm actually switching to black. Thought I would share a little something I'm doing right now. So as you guys have seen, this printer is just cranking out the little guys. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some iffy filament that I have. We've got a couple spools that probably work, but they might have a snag somewhere in them. And print small things. Because if you print small things, like if it messes up, well, then you only wasted a little bit. But if it doesn't, then you've got a bunch of small things, you know. You're not messing up a big print. And you're probably gonna get like at least a few usable small things. So rather than just throw the filament away or whatever, you know, you actually do get something useful. It's kind of a good thing to do when you're about to sell a whole bunch of little things, you know. There we go, baby. Yeah, we've got the Grateful 8 printing, doing their thing. Gotta make sure I don't trip over my own feet here. It is time to package. Giant T-Rex boy. Hand for scale. Look how big that guy is. We're about to get into packaging all the painted stuff. I was just messaging, they just dinged me again. I was just messaging with somebody that was interested in some of my experiences in ministry school and got me thinking about a bunch of stuff. I've mentioned it before, but I used to work for Frank Turek, who's a pretty famous Christian apologist. He debated Christopher Hitchens twice. Michael Shermer debated at least a couple of times, I think. And other pretty famous people. Had been on Bill Maher, was on the Rubin Report at one point. It's kind of like one of the things that got me interested in some political stuff, which we don't talk about on this channel. Not that I have any, you know, we've had the conversation before. I just want to keep this non-political. But what it made me think of is like, I was thinking of all the, I've known a few people who actually would be considered kind of famous. And I was thinking about like what really is different about these people. And like I had one of my best friends just got done working for Jesse Duplantis in New Orleans. And I had another guy that used to work for, he was like the right-hand man of Lance Wallnau, who's another pretty famous dude. And I was just thinking about all of that and like what makes those people actually different? Like what do they do that is different? And honestly, the thing that makes high achievers, whatever that means, different for the most part is just they work their freaking butt off. Like that's actually, when you observe their life, that's what's different about them. See, this is an encouraging thing. Because like, listen, I grew up poor and I did not, you know, start off with any kind of experiences that really opened my mind about what was possible. I didn't have a lot of vision for my life, to be perfectly honest, when I was young in particular. And it's like, you know, the analogy from my generation is, oh, those people on TV, like the people on TV or the people in movies, I guess is what we would have said. They just seem like not what you are. They seem like different things than the kind of thing that you are. And the truth is they just aren't at all. When you actually know a couple of these people, if you guys listen to Bluegrass, I never knew Ricky Skaggs, but I knew very well two of his children. I don't know if he only has 2 kids, Luke Skaggs and Molly Skaggs. I learned a lot of music theory from Molly Skaggs, actually. They both have like careers of their own. They're not to the fame of somebody like Ricky Skaggs. I think he's in like Country Music Hall of Fame, or I don't know much about country music, to be honest. Anyway, but like knowing them and knowing Frank and some of the other people, it's like all that's different about them is they just work their butt off. I mean, they're intelligent, you know, but they're not like the famous or very rich people that I've known are maybe above average in intelligence, but they're not like super geniuses for the most part. They're not like Einstein, you know, they're not probably outside of the range of what a lot of you guys are. So if you're thinking like you can't do it, you realize with the experiences that I've had that you can. Like you just can do it. Like there's actually nothing stopping you for the most part. Unless you're just really dumb. Most of you aren't, you know, and even then it's like you can probably do better than you're doing now. So it's like, don't even worry about that. I don't know, I guess I just want to encourage you guys because like it's very doable. If you have that dream of like a company, owning a big company or being a media person or whatever it is, it's like there's a real good chance you actually can do it and you don't even realize it. Like that's not even just me trying to puff you guys up. It's actually true. Like these people are not anywhere near as different from you as you would think. Finally, packaging the dwarf. Drumstick hangers. Very simple ukulele hanger. Doesn't need a whole lot. Everyone gets a cupcake. Really cool looking Celtic skull trash can. White octo. Let's clean up the little tentacles. Look at that guy. No wonder people buy the crap out of these things. Dolphin. A very shiny D20 bank. Ooh. By the way, this was a great investment. Every time I walk past, it makes me happy. T-Rex boy. Moai 2. Candy pipe. Black and white David. Next printer we are rehabbing is this one. Again, no extruder, no hot end, but we have those. Got our extruder upgrade here. Just gonna mount it and then put an extruder on and we're good to go. Okay, so one of the pegs just kind of came out. I guess we won't be using this one. Let's just put it up here. Looks like we're good to go. Looks like it's heating up. I know I kind of said this already, but it really is like getting the band back together. I haven't used this printer, I guess, specifically in a year, which feels like forever ago because of just how much stuff I've done in the meantime. Feels like the first layer is going down. It's nice to see the bed is still level after all this time. Actually, maybe it needs to go down a little bit in the front. Yeah, there you go. Here's my pre-Christmas checklist. I'll read off a couple of these things. We needed some of the stuff for the bubble wrap maker, and I got a whole bunch of it. Not enough to carry through all of Christmas, but we should be good for a week or two. Something like that. I still need to get tons of hairspray, so I don't have to be going out for hairspray. I want to get a bunch of soda. Not that I'm going to drink a lot of soda, but you know, the sugar-free soda I drink. But I don't want to have to go out for it. And let me see here. We already got coffee. I just bought a whole bunch of bubble mailers. Not bubble mailers, the mailers that we use. And we already got a whole bunch of boxes. I decided to save time. I'm ordering some of that filament like I got before that's in the different colors. Because for small things, it just takes a while to paint stuff. And so for small stuff that isn't like something I ideally would even want to paint anyway, we're just gonna print it in the color that it is. If it's not, you know, black or something. I wanna get a bunch of extra nozzles. We haven't done that yet. And I do want to ask people for reviews, like I said before, just a whole bunch of people so that we can launch Christmas season with a whole bunch of reviews, which is the way to do it. I'll give you an updated tour of all the stuff we have saved up. Of course, we still have all the sharks that are out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a couple more I put out here. As you can see though, we've got more in this room than we did before. Man, so we had 10 sharks out there, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 sharks. Plus there's a couple printing. So we've got a real good amount. Plus we still have pipe cans. We've still got all the D20s. However many that is. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got one printing now. Plus a whole bunch of little sharks. We've also added a couple of skull cans because those have sold somewhat well. Hopefully all this stuff gets sold. I feel like Christmas is likely to be so crazy that like all of this will sell and much more. Oh yeah, we've got another shark hiding in there. And there's the Soval T500 that is literally the most horrible paperweight I've ever had. We're pretty prepared, but it's coming down the line. It's having a weird problem with this. I put a thing around this so that I would remember to notice this thing is moving around. So that is why I was having a weird problem. Whew. Late. Working. Closing. Get out of here. Ooh. Oh, man. Wake me up when December ends. Although exhausting, we are really doing well here. Doing very well. I've got almost all the machines that I need to be rehabbed. Production is great. Very few prints are failing. Everything's just kind of working. And we've got a crap ton of filament. And both filament extruders are working. So feel like in 3 days, let me see, it's Tuesday. Yeah, in 3 days when the wave hits us, it's gonna be actually pretty fine. Right. So somebody in the Gratitude Gang set up a Discord, and I've already added a bunch of people to it, but we're kind of looking for people who are going to contribute a lot. I mean, it's okay if you just want to lurk and look at people's posts, but if you want to be part of the Discord server, message me on Facebook and add me, and I will send you the invite link. We're keeping it a little exclusive, but I mean, anybody can join. We just want people that are going to post their prints and just memes, keep it fun, you know. I want the Discord server to actually be like a place where it's just fun to hang out. Plus, I'm thinking I'm gonna post some content early. Like I posted a clip early in the Discord server under one of the threads before it was even published in this video. And so you might get first look at a lot of things. I mean, the only reason I'm saying might is it's gonna get so busy, I'm not sure how much I'm gonna do, but in any case, if you want to be part of the exclusive Discord server, friend me on Facebook and send me a message. The link is on the main page of YouTube, of my YouTube page. You'll see my Facebook link. Message me and I will send you a request. From last video, Sandingo says or asks, am I on Amazon? The answer is no. I've considered it for a long time. I've been very close to doing that. But the thing is, I've sold on Amazon before. In fact, I've sold on Amazon a lot. When I had my book business, I had 30,000 books. And Amazon customers are tough. they want everything super fast, and like obviously it takes a while to make things. So it's one of those things I've thought about, like having pre-made inventory on the most popular things. I don't know. There's no good reason why I'm not on Amazon exactly, except that it's just kind of a pain. But one of these days I probably will do it. Hackzier says, I'm grateful for these videos. My mom is a mean, full-blooded Italian. Well, that's not very nice. You disappoint the mamma mia. Elric Traver says, grateful for the planets. I agree, especially Earth. Well, I am fading slowly in and out of consciousness, which is a great signal to stop. Gratitude gang up time. Tell me what you're grateful for. Tell me, I should do this like an infomercial. Not only will you get the chance to write a comment about how grateful you are, other people will read it. But wait, there's more. I just might heart react your comment. You might get an upvote, and you might even get the opportunity to upvote other comments. What a deal! Order today, and we'll upgrade your order to letting you write 2 comments. 2 comments for 1. Wowzers! Comment on the M3's 3D YouTube channel today for all these deals and more. They're losing their mind! If you comment today, we will release 1 episode per day, forever, for all of eternity. All this and more on the M3's 3D YouTube channel. Subscribe! Peace.